Namaste, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all in one more Smart Live session of Kangaroo Education Foundation. We have been doing these live sessions to make you aware about the programs and the institutions that we are tied up with. So today we have got a very interesting information to share with you all. We have our partner institution, which is not exactly one university or one college, but it's a group of a lot of universities, which is tied under this group. So we'll be having pretty interesting conversation today. Before that, I have got fabulous guests with me today. Before introducing them to you, I'd like to play the study in UK video. There you go. UK has so many things to offer to you as an international student. So we, as the educational partner, we guide you through the admission process and up to the visa process. Also, we facilitate your journey to the UK once you land there. So we have it all today in course of our discussion. I have got a few of the special guests today to interact with me and my team. So I have got Mr. Sabin Karki, who is Partner Sales Manager, Nepal for Study Group. Welcome, Sabinji. All right. So I also have Ms. Shilpi Mishra, who is the Education Recruitment Manager for South Asia. She's also from Study Group.
Thank you, Mahesh, for inviting us, and welcome to all from Study Group side.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I also have one handsome hunk with me. He's none other than Mr. Subash Poudyal. He is our head of department for UK and Europe. He does a lot of the, most of the counselings at Kangaroo Education Foundation. Welcome, Subash.
Thank you so much, Master. Thank you for calling me handsome, by the way. It's good to see you here. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. So let's begin today's session. Master, let's carry on.
Yeah, all right. So basically what we will be doing today is we have got a set of questions that we are going to ask to Sabine and Shilpi, of course. And we also ask viewers to put forward your question, either in the comment or you can message us as well. So we'll be asking the question to the guest in course of our conversation. And most of the questions will be asked by Subash, as he has to answer a lot of questions to the students. So today he'll be asking the questions. And talking about the study group, as far as I know, it's one of the largest education group which has got the pathway programs to the most revered universities in the world. So it has got its presence in Australasia, meaning Australia and New Zealand, and Europe, including UK as well. And you have got few presence in North America, if I'm not mistaken. So Study Group is a huge group. And we also promote other partner universities of Study Group, like Charles Study University, Australia, which is very popular. But we are going to talk about the UK institutions today, and especially the institutions that are quite affordable for Nepalese students. So Ms. Shilpi and Mr. Sabin will be answering all those questions on behalf of Study Group. So I'd like to encourage all the viewers to ask your question in course of conversation, and we'll definitely be taking those questions. For now, I'd like to hand it over to Mr. Subash, who will be asking the questions to our guests. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Master. So the way it's going to go is because a lot of our viewers are from Nepal and a lot of students will be asking questions from Nepal. So I'm going to be mixing Nepalese and English both. So तपाईहरुसँग केही जिज्ञासा छ स्टडी इन यूके को बारेमा पढाइको सिलसिलामा युनिभर्सिटीको सिलसिलामा भने तपाईले त्यो क्वेशनहरु राख्न सक्नुहुन्छ. So let's begin. First, I'm going to ask few questions with Shilpi ma'am. Shilpi ma'am, how would you introduce Study Group and UK's operation in Study Group?
Thank you, Subhashji. So basically, study group is the consortium, and it has gotten existence from last more than 20 years in the world, pan India and pan world. I will say we have a collaboration with. We started with UK, Australia, and we have a good presence in the North America as well. So under one umbrella, a student can get the benefit of more than 15 universities for UK. Yes, we help the students. I will say we are a bridge. We are bridging the gap between the students' dreams and their aspirations to meet the universities if they're unable to go with the direct entries. So under UK, I will say we have 15 universities because as a consortium, we are quite capable enough to get students the dream universities from Russell Group to the modern universities and the public universities. I think you have to unmute.
Sorry about that. So I'll be asking questions regarding your Teesside University as well, because at the moment a lot of students have been asking us, and there's been a lot of inquiry going on regarding Teesside. Can you tell me more about Teesside and its new, its recent offer regarding its Northern intake, where IELTS waiver and things are placed? So can you tell me briefly about that, madam?
Yeah, sure. So we have a collaboration with one of the universities, which is a modern universities, which has got the presence from the back, I will say, since 1930. That is Teesside University. So Teesside University, if you talk about what the university looks like, what are the USPs, what are the courses, then I will say that it is one of a most, what is it, a dream university for the students because it is one of the university with TEF Gold rated university under the accreditation by all the top rated bodies, and we have got a strong support system for the student in this university. It is in the middle boroughs. If I talk about the location, it is in the north east England, and we are not very far off. A student who wish to go to UK, a student who wish a modern facilities and who want to have a tuition fee which is quite economical and affordable, then Teesside is one of the best choice. And here we have the courses which is like international year one in two of the streams. One is business, which we call as international year one in business management, and second is international year one in computing and engineering. So these are the two courses which we have for our students who have completed their 10 plus 2, that is 12 standard. And if I talk about the support system in Teesside University, it is immense with all the state facilities, state of art facilities for the students. University has also invested more than 300 million pounds for elaborating the I will say access of a strong digitalization within the campus. So they have A to Z if you have to think about pen to paper, like everything is available there. 24 into 7 library facility, 24 into 7 Wi-Fi facility, a mentor to student. The capacity of a mentor and a student is 1:10, which means a focused approach for the students, and they will be having the hand holding support by study group as well as by the university side.
All that sounds really great, and it's quite amazing that university has invested so much in terms of students and its welfare. Let's talk about this IELTS waiver. What are the criteria, and how is a student eligible to get into that particular criteria, Silpi?
Yes. So I'm sure students who are hearing us today through this platform understand that IELTS is International English Language Testing System. It is one of the prerequisites which a student must do when they have to go for any prestigious university in the UK or abroad. Now, we facilitate this by giving you an option to have a waiver. What a waiver is, when you don't have to go for the IELTS test. Keeping in mind these unprecedented times of COVID, we have been flexible enough to give an IELTS waiver to students who have scored about 2.8 GPA or CGPA, that is up to 60% in their 12th standard from the Nepalese or any board in Nepal. So if you have students who have got 60% or 2.8 GPA, then we will be able to give them an IELTS waiver. They really do not have to go for any IELTS test.
So apart from plus two's grade, that is 60%, is there any criteria in such as they must get like something like this in their English in their 12th grade or 11th grade? Would you have something like that?
Okay, I'm sorry if I made it confused. See, basically the prerequisite is IELTS, academic IELTS is 5.5 with 5.5. Now, we have been hearing from students and our partners that the IELTS dates are not quite available right now. So that is the reason, as I said, we have an English waiver, that is IELTS waiver, if a student will score in English subject in 12th standard with a GPA of 60%. So if any student has got 60% in the English subject in their 12th class, then they will be able to get an IELTS waiver. That is 2.8.
ओके द्याट इज समथिङ भेरी एक्साइटिङ नेपाली विद्यार्थीहरूको लागि एउटा एकदम राम्रो अफर हो तपाईँको 12को सर्टिफिकेटमा इङ्ग्लिसमा तपाईँले 60% ल्याउनु भएको छ र ओभरअल तपाईँको मार्क्स 60% छ भने तपाईँ चाहिँ विदाउट आइएल्स युकेको लागि एलिजिबल हुनुहुन्छ टी साइड युनिभर्सिटीको लागि सो द्याट इज समथिङ रियली ग्रेट शिल्पी आम गोना आस्क यु लिटल मोर अबाउट इट what are the fee structures roughly talking on an average how much a student has to pay for this particular course bachelor's course and another thing is the study integrated or do they have to spend any extra amount of time doing that particular degree or any extra money for that to fall under that criteria?
Okay, sure. So let's start about to make the students understand what is the tuition fee now. So you must be hearing from different universities the tuition fees 13,000, 14,000. But here we have the tuition fee of just 10,000 pounds for the course, which is, of course, I can think that students will be happy to hear about it. Apart from that, we also offer a scholarship to the student. Student is eligible for a scholarship of minimum £1,000. And if somebody has got a 2.7 score in the 12th standard, we will be able to give you the scholarship. So that brings down the fees to £9,000. Coming to the second question, Subhash, about integrated CAS. As you said, do they have to spend any extra time in the UK after this? Like, is it an extra time if they have to do this course, or is it equivalent to the first year of undergrad? This is a parallel structure which is as equivalent to the first year of undergrad, after which the student will progress to the second year and following to that third year of undergraduation. So there is no extra time. Second, what will be the integrated CAS system, which means you do not have to apply for second CAS after completing the course. You are enrolled in the first year and you will progress flawlessly to the second and third year. There is one more, I will say, option for the student or opportunity. If you are coming to the undergrad course here, you will be eligible to get a free iPad and also credit towards your books. You will be earning £300 and you will be able to progress ahead to the second year. So it is always a beneficial agenda which we have found for the students so that they are not in a very chaotic situations during this COVID times. So yes, we are with the student for their betterment, for their future growth.
It sounds more like a Christmas with all those iPads and books and everything offered. It's really exciting. So नेपाली विद्यार्थीहरूलाई एउटा एकदमै राम्रो अफर हो अलरेडी यो युनिभर्सिटीको फी सस्तो पनि हो अरूको कम्पेरिजनमा 10,000 पाउन्ड त्यसमा प्लस 1,000 पाउन्ड मिनिमम स्कलरशिप छ प्लस स्टुडेन्टहरुको लागि इनरोल गरिसकेपछि आइप्याड र एक्स्ट्रा बुक मेटेरियलहरु पनि फ्री छ सो दिस इज वान अफ द बेस्ट अफर्स यु आर गोना गेट including IELTS waivers and everything and in terms of fee also. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a little bit question to Sabin sir also. Sabin sir, we haven't forgotten you completely, so I'm going to ask one question to you, Sabin sir. Sabin sir, talk about the location and everything, seaside, and the other areas where study group will support students once they are in the UK during their transition to coming to UK.
Sorry, Subhasi, can you just repeat the questions? Like, I'm just having some internet issues. I'm just sorry for that.
It's fine. So I'm just asking you regarding the location of Teesside University and all the facilities what study group will provide students during their application or after their application.
Okay, like the location is like the Middlesbrough, and like there is also the availability of the scholarship for the Nepalese students. The fees is like almost £10,000 per annum, and if the students has got like 2.7 CGPA and above, they are going to get like £1,000 scholarship. So like it's really a cost effective for the Nepalese students, and the facilities like they are also going to get support of the job ready program, like that is the service provided by the study group. It means that when they get enrolled in the Teesside, they are going to trained for the job interview, writing the CV and all this stuff. So they are prepared for the job during the time of their study, and also like if after the completions of their study, also the service are available for the students who are going to graduate in the T-Sites University. Yeah, that's also Basi.
So that's something really exciting. So स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई एप्लिकेसन ड्युरिङ एप्लिकेसन मात्र होइन, उता गइसकेपछि जब खोज्नको लागिदेखि लिएर धेरै कुरामा चाहिँ स्टडी ग्रुपको सपोर्ट रहनेछ. So my next question is going to be towards Sabin sir. What is the general condition in UK at the moment regarding students and students visa? Uh, Anything from student visa, study visa? Can you please elaborate, sir?
So like the borders are almost open. Like student has to stay for 10 days quarantine after getting their visas. So you can just go ahead with the applications process. And September intake is coming in, and like the deadline for the September intake for the study group is like the second week of August. There is still a time to make applications. We do have like a majority of the courses in September. We have like direct master's program in our Huddersfield, London campus, and we do have a varieties of pre-master's courses in September intake. In addition to that, we also have the international year one in our September intake. So if you miss the September intake somehow, and if you're not able to do some applications in the September intake, obviously there is some another intake in November. So for the T side, LGMU, we have like November intake for the international year one, and obviously the other intake followed by is like January. So you can just apply for the visas. The borders are open, and the situations is like the majority of the populations within the UK are the vaccinated. So like it is a safe to be there. And in the recent in July 1st, the government has announced that there is a graduate route systems, which is like really famous in Nepal as a PSW. So the people so the graduates can also are eligible like after the completions of their bachelor's degree or master's degree from UK, they are eligible to get a graduate route of like 2 years, so that they can use their skills and knowledge that has they obtained from their qualifications, and they can use that skills and grab the jobs in the UK labor market, so that they can have a like huge expertise, and they can bring that expertise back into Nepal. So it's like a fantastic news for the Nepalese students too.
Okay, thank you so much. My next question is going to be towards Shilpi ma'am. Shilpi ma'am, can you tell me more about the other institute which study group represents in the UK?
Okay, so the other universities which we represent in the UK are, if I talk about under the integrated caste system, then we have Kingston, London, we have Royal Holloway, then we have Liverpool, John Moores, and we have more than that, Huddersfield. So these are the universities which we represent. And if I talk about non-ICAS, where we don't have the integrated caste, we have the prestigious universities like Durham as well, and we have Sheffield Hallam. So there are more than 12 universities. But I will be preferring, because keeping in mind the Nepalese market or the South Asian market, if we talk about, students are more keen towards the integrated caste system. So these 6 universities, including TSI, which I just said to you, we have the programs under them for foundation, we have international year one, and we have pre-master's program. Here at TSI, we have just international year one, but in rest of the universities, we have all the 3 programs. The benefit is student needs to go to these universities, apply through you, and they don't have to really spend extra time for international year one. And the benchmark of IELTS will be between like 5.5 with 5.5 each academic IELTS. But first benefit. Second, this is like no extra time for IY1. Third benefit, the tuition fee is quite affordable. Fourth, we as a study group, we have come up with a lot of scholarship schemes for the student. If I talk about the minimum scholarship, it starts with 1,000 to maximum, it goes up to 3,500 as well. It's from case to case, looking at the pot of scholarship which we have for South Asia. And then we have the pre-master's program, and coming to the most beneficial part, we are giving a gap, we are accepting gap year of 5 years for the students to apply. So any student who has passed out for PMP specifically, pre-master's program, if they have a minimum gap of 5 years, we are more than happy to welcome them with a strong SOP and reference letters. So yes, we have got 6 integrated caste universities, and the rest 10 we have got, and rest 8 we have got as a university with dual castes.
Okay, this is something really interesting. धेरैजना स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा जिज्ञासा रहन्छ कि मेरो ग्याप अलिकति बढी भयो, +2 पछि 2 वर्ष 3 वर्ष 4 वर्ष. In study group, we have some universities up to 5 years, like Shilpi ma'am said. That is something really good, great. So if we were holding it back, like Sabin sir said, right now is the right time, exact time to apply for UK under student visa. Shilpi ma'am, I'm going to ask you one more question regarding this. This is the question that is been often asked by students these days. Now, because we are a bit late to apply for September intake, which institute are open for September? And then after that, November intake. Can you tell me about it? Which dates are still open for which universities?
Okay. For September, if you talk about, we have all the most of the universities which we promote, we have the opening as of now. But it is, yes, they need to come up with lot of complete applications as of now, or because we are today it is 22nd of July, right? So they should be with complete documentation. Coming to, if in case student miss their September intake, then we have the October intake where we are taking students for Aberdeen. Aberdeen, it is a Scottish university. We have international year 2 over there where we can take a student. And the best part is, if of course, students should be knowing that in Scotland, usually the undergrad is for 4 years. But here, if somebody comes with us with international year 2, they will be going directly to the 3rd year and then the 4th year. So they are getting the degree of a Scottish university in just 3 years. And we have the requirement of 60% over there. And we have an integrated CAS system, and students will be able to have an IELTS of 5.5 with 5.5. Then we have Kingston, we have LJMU, we have in November, we have Teesside, Coventry, London. So these, I don't think that it will be very easy to note it down. So I'm just giving you a brief idea that we have 6 universities in total where we can apply. So do not forget the university where we have the ICAS. That is definitely Aberdeen. Secondly, Teesside. Third is Royal Holloway. Fourth is Liverpool, John Moores, and Kingston University.
But I believe this IELTS waiver at the moment applies only for Teesside, is it?
Well, Teesside has the IELTS waiver. Apart from that, Aberdeen also has IELTS waiver. For I will like Sabine to let me know if I am not correct. Because overall, what I have understood that Aberdeen has come up with a 60% of IELTS waiver for the students, which means even if it is Nepali student, it is 2.8. So if you have to 12th English 60, then of course it is a waiver for you. Coming to Royal Holloway, again, there is a waiver with 70% in English. And if coming to your Kingston, again, 70% in English. So the minimum criteria is 60% in English subject, and the maximum is 70% for these universities. And Teesside, as I have already told you, it is 60%. And are these waivers also applicable for pre-master's program? Except Royal Holloway, it is not acceptable for other universities. It is only in Royal Holloway where we are accepting. The rest we will be only applicable. It is only acceptable for the international year 1 program, or for Aberdeen, it is international year 2. And I just forgot to mention the prerequisites of percentage. It is about IELTS I was talking about. What is the minimum percentage a student needs to have to apply to those universities? So you must have understood that it is a platform where we have 3 category of like 3 category of courses. One is foundation. Second is international year 1, which is equivalent to the first year of undergrad. And third is pre-master's program. So for foundation, we call it a 0 year, where we need a student with minimum 50 to 55%. Coming to international year 1, for maximum of our universities, where it is equivalent to the first year, we will be requiring minimum 50% in 12th standard. Even for Teesside, it is 50%, which is a GPA of 2.4 will be required for the student to apply for IY1. Okay. And third is pre-master's program, where we again need a student with 50 to 60%. So if you look at the ranking of these universities as per the Guardian League table or Times, then you will see as per the ranking, the requirement of percentage increases. So we know that we have public university, we have Russell Group. If I talk about Durham, our requirement is 70%. If I talk about Aberdeen, I will say we are fortunate enough to take a student with just 60%. So I will send you a grid, or Sabine can share it with you. But for overall understanding, between 50 to 60% is the requirement. And IY1, it is a flat thing, which is 50%. And for IY1, when it is integrated CAS, we have no non-UK VIIs, 5.5 with 5.5 in each.
Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, for Teesside University, it's November intake we are taking at the moment, isn't it? It
Yes,
doesn't.
1st November, the course start date is there. It is 1st November, it is the course start date, and we are open for taking the application. The best part is USP, less tuition, the tuition fees affordable, 10,000. Second, scholarship of 1,000. Third, we don't have any application fee, and it is not going through UCAS. So you have really good enough of time for the last deadline. If you have to ask me what is the deadline, if course is starting from 1st November, I will say 2 weeks before the course start date. So if a student is quite having a tough time to give his IELTS also, and he doesn't have 60% in his 12th standard in English, then of course he has ample time in his hand to go for IELTS test and score 5.5 with 5.5. And our turnaround time, which we're expecting, is 24 hours to maximum 72 hours. If your documentation is completely okay, we will give you the push to get the applications offer immediately.
So that's something really great. So समग्रमा भन्दाखेरि विद्यार्थीहरूलाई तपाईको आइएल्समा आइएल्स गर्नुभएको छैन अथवा आइएल्समा अलिकति कम मार्क्स छ भने पनि हामीले एकोमोडेट गर्न सक्छौँ। फिजहरू एकदमै अफोर्डेबल प्लस त्यसमा स्कलरसिप पनि छ र सबैभन्दा इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा ड्युरिङ प्रोसेसमा त हैन आफ्टर प्रोसेस तपाईँ युके गइसकेपछि पनि एम्प्लोयमेन्टदेखि लिएर अरू कुरामा पनि स्टडी ग्रुपले र कंगारूले तपाईहरुलाई सपोर्ट गर्नेछ। सो अपार्ट फ्रम द युनिभर्सिटीज नाउ आम गोना टक लिटल बिट अबाउट स्टुडेन्ट भिजा and the process around it. So my questions will be towards Sabin sir now. Sabin sir, can you tell me a little bit about PSW? How can a student get PSW in UK?
So like I also mentioned before that from 1st of July 2021, the UK government has implemented the graduate route system. So for those students like who have completed their bachelor's and master's degree, they are eligible for the 2 years of the graduate route. That is like a kind of PSW, which is like really famous or in Nepal. So those students who has completed bachelor's and master's, they are going to get 2 years, and with the doctorate graduates, they are going to get like up to 3 years of the PSW or graduate route. So for this, like they should have a tier 4 visa, and they should have a cash that they have used in their previous visa, and I think they have to pay like they have to have a separate applications for that after the completions of their study, and the fees is like almost £7,000 with health surcharge amount of £624 per year. So this is available to all the students who completed bachelor's and master's degree.
This is something really important information we are often asked by students. Remember, PSW is a separate visa that you have to apply after your course finish, and you have to apply from there. It's not from here. Remember, after the completion of your course, you're going to apply. And one more thing I would insist, to sponsor for PSW, the university or institute should be in the UKVI list. That means you should be a authorized sponsor, and then only you're going to be you are eligible for PSW. And rest assured, what we are representing and what study group is representing are all those listed sponsors that when students study in there, you are eligible for PSW straight away. Sir, can you tell me a little bit about dependent spouse visa? Who can take dependent and what's going to be their role? Can they work or cannot they work? What is the requirement? What is the situation there?
So it means like it's a kind of like a kind of visa questions. So what I'm trying to say is like those students like who are accompanied by their dependent, they are eligible for the PSW by themselves. But if they are willing to apply separately, they are not eligible for the graduate route or the PSW. The students and the dependent can work up to like 20 hours per week, like legally in the UK. Yeah.
Can an undergraduate student take a dependent? That's the question often asked by a student.
That's a kind of like tough questions to answer right now. I think like it's a kind of like a kind of visa related questions. I will get back to you after this call, like for that questions. Shilpi, like idea for that?
Sure, Shilpi, we're gonna pass it to Shilpi. Sure.
Yeah. So if an undergrad student who is 18 years plus, if he wants to take a dependent, see, there is no hindrance towards it, but the dependent should have the funding with him or her, right? They should be able to suffice themselves with the living cost of 9 months. If they have the funds with them, of course they can go. But there can be a glitch during the visa outcome, because everybody will think that why a 20 years old or a 18 years old is taking a dependent. It sounds very I think not very natural process. Usually, a student for the master's levels can be understood to take a spouse for with a dependent with them, but an 18-year-old is himself a dependent. He is going for his own settlement. So it sounds very weird. But if somebody is going with them, a mother or father, if they have the funding with them for 9 months, of course they can go.
And I think bachelor's dependent cannot work. It's only master's dependent that can work. Let's take the question. Sabin sir, please tell us about IHS International Health Surcharge. Can you please elaborate into this notion, please?
Yeah, for that, like student has to pay almost like £624 per annum, and like they are going to benefited by the health related problems. Like if they face any kind of counting challenges on their health issues, they are going to have a big support from that scheme. So I think like it is really needed for the purpose of the visa, and like once you get there, it will also protect you. Like if you get some health issues, and you are will be covered by that surcharge. So it is like really a good things to go ahead, and it is also a good part of the for the students, right? Yeah.
Thank you. So विद्यार्थीहरूलाई मैले सिम्पली बताउँदाखेरि युके को हेल्थ सिस्टम चाहिँ एनएचएस नेशनल हेल्थ सर्भिसले कन्डक्ट गर्छ। त्यो चाहिँ हेल्थ इन्सुरेन्स गभर्नमेन्ट रन हेल्थ इन्सुरेन्स जस्तो हो। त्यहाँको नेटिभहरूले चाहिँ ट्याक्स पे गरेर त्यसलाई एक्सेस गरिरहेको हुन्छ, तर स्टुडेन्टको जाने स्टुडेन्टले त्यसलाई एक्सेस गर्नको लागि चाहिँ सर्टन फन्ड पर इयर तिर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। यो अहिले बढेर 624 पाउन्ड भएको छ। त्यो दिइसकेपछि चाहिँ स्टुडेन्टले हेल्थ रिलेटेड सर्भिस एज ए इन्सुरेन्स गभर्नमेन्टबाट क्लेम गर्न पाउँछ। आइएचएस भनेको सरचार्ज हो, कस्ट हो। एनएचएस भनेको चाहिँ गभर्नमेन्टको बडी हो जसले चाहिँ हेल्थ इन्स्टिट्युटहरूलाई गभर्न गर्छ। त्यही होइन सबिन सर?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Right. So I'm towards the end of it. If you have any questions, now is the right time to drop in, because we're going to ask Sabin sir and Shilpi ma'am regarding those questions. My final question towards you, Sabin sir. What is the employment opportunities available to students at the moment in UK?
So like it's completely depend on the skills and the expertise that the student has. So more precisely, like they are going to have a job in the blue collar job, like in the cafes, restaurants, in the cleaning or something like that. So obviously, like they are going to get the job over there, like a part-time job, and these are the job like will be really available within the UK. So I think like working 20 hours is legally permitted in the UK. So these are the jobs that are really applicable. And I also want to add one extra things over here, like even job ready scheme that is being provided by the service is being provided by the study group. So if the students get enrolled from our international study centers, they can access this service, and like our admissions team our team will get back to the students and they will guide accordingly to fill the applications form for the job. They will prepare the students for the interviews. They will prepare the students for the CV writing and all these stuff. So it means that when you get into the UK, the study group is also going to support you to find the jobs. That is the great part of the study group. So I would like to recommend all the students to go ahead and put the applications for the upcoming September, October, and November intake.
And just to add on with Sabin Singh, if I talk about the universities under study group, we have got collaboration with many companies. If I talk about T-Side itself, we have got a lot of alumni who are working with Procter & Gamble, Nissan, and we have people working with HCL also. So there is no drought of good opportunities if students are really quite proactive in their academics. So it's not that they just have to go and immigrate themselves. They should know that they are going for education, and education should be their prime, I would say, prime intent, followed by the immigration or PSW thing. We will be a support to them. As Sabin has already said, we have come up with a very good support system for them. And once they are there, they are able to complete because see, it is not about just going and studying over themselves. They need to complete their progression with successful grades. If they are not able to progress ahead, they will not be able to get into any of the opportunities or employment category through the career cell also. So that is very important.
Okay, that's something really insightful. Sabin sir, one more question towards you. Living cost in the UK, inside London and outside London, how much should a student show in his accounts, his or her accounts, for how long?
So inside the London, it is almost like £10,000, and outside, sorry, inside the London, it is like almost £12,000, and outside the London, it is like £10,000 as of now.
Now, to our audience, I need to insist this one कि लन्डन भन्दा अलिकति महँगो ठाउँ हो, त्यही भएर लिभिङ कस्ट लन्डनमा देखाउँदा अलिकति बढी देखाउनुपर्छ। 9 महिनाको कस्ट सर भन्नुहुन्छ, यो 9 महिना कस्ट देखाउने हो, र आउटसाइड लन्डन अलिकति कम छ पैसा देखाउनु पर्ने। तर तपाईँहरू के पनि बुझ्नुहोस् भने तपाईँले जब गर्न थाल्नु भयो भने लन्डनको पे र आउटसाइड लन्डन पे पनि फरक छ। लन्डनको पे अलिकति बढी हुन्छ, आउटसाइड लन्डनको पे अलिकति कम हुन्छ, त्यही भएर यो दुईटा कस्टमा यसरी एडजस्ट गरिएको छ। So I'm towards the end of it. It's been a great. So can I apply for September intake? So I'm going to give this to Shilpi ma'am. Shilpi ma'am, September intake. That's the student's question.
See, if you have got your documents in place and if you want to apply, you can. We still have time. And there should not be anything as a pending document right now. Yes, please do the applications within a day or two, and we are more than happy to accept it. So by end of July, I will request you to put the applications. Maximum for September intake, maximum is don't, because we are already in the end of July. So maximum by 30th of July for September intake. Rest documentation should be complete.
Okay, that's great. So let's recap. I'm just going to give you a little bit of insight as to applying in UK. We've got so much information regarding study group and the universities we represent. So विद्यार्थीले अप्लाई गर्दाखेरि के चाहिन्छ, तपाईहरुसँग आइएलटीएस पीटी छ, ग्रेड छैन, त्यसको लागि पनि हामी एडजस्ट गरेर स्टडी ग्रुपमा विभिन्न युनिभर्सिटीमा हामी तपाईहरु पढ्न सक्छौं। फी अफरहरु तपाईले देखिहाल्नुभयो। त्योभन्दा बाहेक तपाईलाई लाग्ने कस्ट भनेको तपाईले बुझ्नुपर्ने, तपाईले 9 महिनाको बराबरको आफ्नो लिभिङ कस्ट चाहिँ अकाउन्टमा देखाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ। 28 दिनको लागि पैसा राखेर अनि स्टेटमेन्ट निकालेर देखाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ। त्योभन्दा बाहेक आफ्नो तपाईले फी तिर्नु पर्ने हुन्छ। डिपेन्डेन्ट केस जस्तै हामीले भनिहाल्यौं। त्योभन्दा बाहेक तपाईले पे गर्नु पर्ने भनेको आईएचएस सरचार्ज हेल्थ इन्स्योरेन्सको 624 पाउन्ड पर इयर तपाईले देखाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ। इच एप्लिकेन्टले यति देखाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ। त्योभन्दा बाहेक तपाईले तिर्नुपर्ने अन्य चार्ज भनेको भिजा एप्लिकेसन फी हुन्छ, त्यो युके भिआईलाई पे गर्ने हो, त्यो युके बोर्ड एजेन्सीलाई पे गर्ने हो। र त्योभन्दा बाहेक एउटा मिनिमम सरचार्ज भिएफएस ग्लोबल तपाईले आफ्नो बायोमेट्रिक्स र डकुमेन्ट बुझाउन जाँदाखेरि त्यहाँ एउटा कस्ट सर्टन कस्ट तिर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। त्यो 5000 समथिङ 6000 जति छ। त्यो मैले चाहिँ चेक गर्नुपर्छ। त्योभन्दा बाहेक अरु युकेको लागि कुनै पनि कस्ट छैन। यति नै हो हाम्रो तर्फबाट। So that's all we have. I think we've got one more question. Like, what about job opportunities in the UK after whole this Brexit thing and past COVID? What is the situation of employment market in UK? Shilpi ma'am, what would you say?
See, employment market, it is not only about UK. Globally, of course, we cannot say that the situation is as viable as it was earlier, but there is no drought of opportunities. With the Brexit and with the UK being separated, of course, we still have the opportunities. The only way or the only mantra I can give to all my students is you have to be proactive. We as a university, we as study group and the educators, we will be facilitating you with all the opportunities in terms of the job openings, which will be in terms of the fairs which happens within the campus. We call it as job fairs. Today, we are interacting with each other via the Facebook live session, and I'm giving you the information. Similarly, during the pandemic time, also we have been trying level best to interact, to make the interaction very swift and flawless for the employers and the students. So yes, we will give you the platform. You need to, take it across. As Sabin has already said, there is no problem for the part-time job. We are also giving you support. So secondly, if you want to really have a job in your hand, do not miss your classes, do not have a low score, do not bunk your classes, do all the projects on time, be a limelight, be on limelight. And we will be giving you the job opportunity through the job fairs, which happens within the campus minimum 2 to 3 times in entire 1 year. So that is what I can say.
Okay, that's a great insight. Now, this is the thing I have to talk about regarding employment. I myself am a UK graduate. I've lived in this country, lived in that country for almost 9 years. And it's not going to be easy anywhere. Even if you come to Kathmandu to find a job, you have to do some homeworks, right? You have to do some struggles, and then only you'll be able to find it. Now, if you listen to the winners, they're always going to say it's going to be easy. If you listen to people who couldn't make it, they're going to say it's going to be difficult. But my point and our point, Shilpi man's point, is you have to be just very proactive, and then you can get it. Everyone is doing it. You can do it as well. It's not a big challenge. Getting part-time job for students in UK. You can apply in supermarkets, hotels, restaurants. So many of them. You can look online, or you can go to a store, hand in your CVs. It's going to work out fine. I've got another question here. Can I apply without English for a conditional offer letter? Shilpi ma'am.
Yes, yes, please put your application with whatever documents you have. I did say that you should have all the documentations if you're applying for September intake, but in case you don't have the English right now, at least put the application and immediately enroll yourself for English test.
Okay, that's great. I have one more question popping in my mobile here. Is UK overall expensive? That's a question often raised by students. Somehow we have got this, uh, I would say, misguidance going on in the market that UK is very expensive. Can you shed light into this, Shilpi?
Well, if I compare, because we can very well do the bifurcation of the expenses or the cost, because we do UK, US as well as Australia. So I will say UK education is not expensive as compared to US and Canada. If I say you have to go for a reputed university in Canada or USA, it will cost you more. Number one, why? Because of the tenure of the course, which is in UK less as compared to other countries. You are going to save 1 year here, and secondly, it is the UK education has been always the pioneer. So when I say pioneer, it comes and gives you a lot of scholarship options for which you don't have to fight. If you have got the prerequisites, it is the scholarships are easily available, which is not there for US universities. So I will say no, it is not. Plus the job opportunities as compared to US is also still better. So please do not have this myth that UK education is expensive. And here you do not have to go for a lot of tests, no TOEFL, no GMAT, no GRE. So please, it is a very, very easy route. Make best use of it. And this pandemic time, I will say, people say, oh, it is pandemic, we cannot go. But I will say, oh, this is pandemic, we must go now only. And then we can use the best facility right now over there, because things are improving and we should be the first one to grab the opportunity, not step back.
Like Shilpi ma'am said, right time is now. It's the right time to apply, definitely. I've got another question. Can you get post-study work visa after master's degree completion? If yes, then how many years am I allowed? I'm going to push this question towards Shilpi again.
Me? Okay. So yes, post-study work is definitely something which has my colleague has already told you. So as per the UK VI norms, the PSW is for 2 years post the course is complete, but it is not an automatic, it is served to you, right? You need to apply for that. You need to complete the documentation part, which is as per the UK Border Agency and UK VI norms. And then of course, you will be able to stay there for another 2 years.
Thank you so much, Shilpi. Right. One more thing I'd like to add: if you have done bachelor's or master's after completion, 2 years PSW. If it's PhD, it's 3 years PSW. That is also the general regulation around PSW.
Yes.
But you have to apply it separately after the completion of your course. You need that cast letter. You need to put that cast letter. You need to pay something additional, and then you can apply from the UK. Remember, you cannot be outside UK while applying for PSW. It has to be from the UK inside. Then only you'll be able to apply for PSW. Once they give you post-study work, then you have got 2 years to work full-time in the UK. I've got another question here. Do you have digital marketing program for bachelor? And if yes, then please share details such as fees and duration. Who should I ask this question? I'm going to put this to Shilpi because you seem to be on fire today. So let's go, Shilpi. Please tell me.
Well, I was just looking at the question. See, digital marketing, exactly digital marketing, I cannot really, remember right now. But yes, we have something in terms of cybersecurity and marketing we do have. But digital marketing, I'm not very much sure. So give me some time to come back to you with the exact university which is offering it, if you don't mind. But yes, we have something into the cybersecurity side and computer science side. So that is there. But exactly digital marketing, I'm not able to recall right now. So I will get back to Kangaroos and they can share it with the concerned student. If I have to talk about the tuition fee or duration, then bachelor's always it is for 3 years. We also have a bachelor of 3 years wherever it is, and the tuition fee will be not range between will be not more than 12,000 pounds, because we are coming with we have scholarships as well, so it can range between 10,000 to 12,000, not more than that.
Okay. What is the scope of Bachelor of Business Studies in the UK? Now, this one I'm going to give it to Sabin sir. Sabin sir, what is the scope of BBS in the UK?
So it means like after the completions of your business studies in the UK, and for this, like it's completely depends on the students themselves. Like For example, like if you completed your degree with good marks, and if you have an ability like English ability, like if you gain so much knowledge and experience from your study, and if you feel confident to get the job, or like if you feel confident to hunt the job in the UK market, and if you think yourself that you are able to do that, definitely you will going to do really good. So what I consider myself is I also used to be a international student, so I believe that it's all depends on the students themselves. So like you need to work hard during your study period. You need to have to like really good grades. You need to improve your language efficiency, and like you need to hunt job through the different job portal within the UK after completions of your study, and you have to try a lot, and you have to definitely be more efficient for hunting the job in the UK labor market. And if you are able to do that, definitely you have a good scope in the UK. Thank you, Bipinji, for your questions.
That was really insightful, sir. Thank you so much. We're towards the end of it. Let me tell you something, guys. तपाईहरुसँग अरु कुनै जिज्ञासा छ, अरु केही क्वेशन छ भने फिल फ्री तपाई हाम्रो फेसबुकमा पेजमा क्वेशन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, अथवा हामीलाई कन्ट्याक्ट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। हाम्रो नम्बर या इमेल एड्रेस पनि तल रन भइरहेको हुन्छ, त्यो गर्नुस्। केही क्वेशन छ भने स्टडी ग्रुपको बारेमा यो भिडियो पछाडी पनि केही भयो भने हामी एन्सर गर्ने क्वेशन गर्छौं, अथवा तपाई हाम्रो अफिस पुत्रसर ब्रान्च इटरी ब्रान्च हामी जति पनि ब्रान्चहरु छ त्यहाँ ब्रान्चमा आएर पनि तपाईले भिजिट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। हामी तपाईको जिज्ञासा सुझाव अवश्य पनि सल्लाह सुझाव अवश्य पनि हामी लिएर तपाईलाई हेल्प गर्नेछौं। So we're towards the end of it. Shilpi, any message for Nepalese students applying for UK or planning to go abroad?
Yes, before I reply to this question, I found the answer for digital marketing. So we have marketing program. We don't have a digital marketing program under the undergrad section. So I'm really sorry for that in these universities, right? Now, second, coming to your question about what advice I can give to any student who wants to go for UK education. The only thing is that be within the time frame. Do not have a lot of, do not please go here and there. Be focused. Have a focused approach at what you really want to do, and have a checklist of what are the prerequisites are with your academics, with your English requirement, with your university, and how will you be able to have the focused approach when you go to the correct consultant. So please be sure that where you are going to. And we have been working with Kangaroos from last many years. So I will always prefer that do the best choice from your own mind, not by following up the crowd. Okay. And we are there, and please complete the application within time frame, because if we just leave everything for the end moment, we will be in a hanky-panky situation. That is not advisable.
So sorry, Sabin sir, any remaining or last input from your side, sir?
First of all, like I would like to thank Kangaroo Education Foundations for this platform. So what I want to recommend for the students is like intakes are coming nearer. So please put an applications for the September intake. If you miss the September intake, there is a availability of like November intake for our ISCs study group. And I would also like to say that please stay safe in this pandemic. And yep, that's all. Like, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, both of you, Shilpi and Shilpi ma'am and Sabin sir. It's been a really wonderful experience. I was really insightful, and I really feel great doing this. सबैजना साथीहरुलाई धेरै धेरै साथीहरु स्टुडेन्टहरु सबैजनालाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. Stay safe, and please visit us if you have any more queries. Please pop in messages. So thank you so much. Stay safe. Goodbye, everyone. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.